This is Casey. I'm one of the devs on the Brick Breaker project. I want to say thank you for a quick, fast launch. We had for what we think is a lot of downloads really early, kind of popped at our first game. We both been deving on games for a very long time. This is our first time releasing a solo uh, dual team project. And then, as you'll see on that side of the screen over there, that awesome version of me, that was drawn by Brody, the other half of our dev team. Just had like, he was chilling there. We're like, yo, what would make a good credits page? And I'm sitting there with my damn headset on, like this, and he's just like, well, hold still. He took a picture of it, and damn, next thing I know, that's what we got. And while he did these pictures, I actually wrote an AI so that our two pictures could play Pong against each other in the credit screen. I thought that was a real funny thing. That's not scripted, by the way. That's that two AIs actually actively trying to beat each other in Pong. So I thought that was original. On to probably the parts that you're waiting for. We know there's a couple of bugs still, and we'd like to address those. We know the options page is kind of borked. A lot of people got sucked into a black hole in the first 12 hours, this gray box of nothingness. So we've annihilated the options page. You can still get in, but it's a blank page. And then you can hit the menu button to go back. We're actually going to be replacing that with a global high score. Because that options page is actually something that was left over from when we first started. Like, what are we going to have in this game? Are we going to have options? I'm not sure. Let's build the page in just in case. But we never ended up using it. The options that we do have on the top right-hand side of the screen are music on or off, and sound effects on or off. We're going to make those icons a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to see. And then as you go into the game, some of you have noticed we had a hot fix because we had a couple people who couldn't figure out how to actually start the game. So we had to put words above the paddle, double tap the screen to start, and slide it back and forth. That's our fault. We didn't give clear instructions. We didn't have a tutorial on how to. There is a little double tapping gesture and a little black circle on the bottom on a little slide, but it's a really small image, so you may have missed it. The other things we're going to end up doing is the bricks. They're worth 100 points apiece. However, every once in a while, a brick will spawn in, and it's just slightly different. Instead of saying 0100 on the top, they'll say 200, 300, 400, 500, 1000. And they're actually worth that many points, but we're actually going to try to change those bricks up visually so that they pop out on the screen better, you can see them better. Because right now it's pretty hard to see, because it's something that we were testing on a computer, so we could take a little screen and make it this big, and we're like, oh, that's plenty easy to see, but it really wasn't. So we're going to fix that to make that easier for you to see. As for the high scoreboard, we know it's borked. We know why it's borked. However, we're not going to actually fix that particular high scoreboard. What we're going to do is we're actually going to institute a global high scoreboard where the top 50 players scores every single month. Now, resetting on the first of the month, we just hit the reset button on the scoreboard list. Everybody gets to go try again. Within your game itself, it'll always keep track of your personal highest score. So it's going to be that high scoreboard is going to replace. It's going to say your score, which is the score you came into the high scoreboard with. Then it's going to say your highest score achieved. Then it's going to have a button that'll bring you to that options page, which is actually going to be replaced with the global high scoreboard. where we're gonna have you just scroll through 10 at a time, the top 50 high scores. However, one thing is if we can get a little bit of support for this, we want to know: do you want top 50 high scores globally, or would you like the top 50 cumulative scores globally? Obviously, to be reset every month so that people have a fighting chance. Because I want to see everybody on this high scoreboard once. Even if you're on the high scoreboard for 5 minutes on the first day, should do. I'd like everybody to have a chance. So reset monthly, just so everybody gets up there. Because when we were thinking of it cumulatively, like I played thousands of hours of this game over the last month or so, and from back when it was just the paddle was a white square, the ball was a black ball, the background was white, the walls were black. There was no art. There was no anything. It was just a ball bouncing around a room, and we just sat there forever, trying to break it, trying to lodge it into things, and it was back when we had a bug where we could just knock the ball straight out of the room. It was actually quite hilarious. So then we went through all that with all those hours of practice. I picked that thing up right now. I'm getting 150, 200,000 points first try. I normally get about 100, 120,000 points, and I put the phone down because I'm bored. And I don't have that much time. I need to move on to the next piece of the project. You guys have been keeping us on our toes all day. The game's been out for about 24 hours now, and it's no sleep over the last 24 hours. You guys have been keeping us on our toes. Because, there's a lot of people commenting and other people commenting on Instagram, people commenting elsewhere. We had a couple friends phone up and be like, yo, we got some pros. Put it in the comments. That's the fastest way to get the information to us. That little rating system? Be honest with it. If you think it's a stellar, awesome game, which, by the way, 100% 5-star reviews so far. You people are amazing. I don't think it's a 5-star game yet. I think it's like a 4-star game with just a couple corrections need be. But as you guys tell us what we need, we're going to try to fix it for you. We're trying to make it better. We know it's just an arcade game, but it's just the arcade game that you're choosing to play, so we're going to put the extra time into it. And then soon we're going to add a donate button, because if you notice, it's a free game with no ads. And there is a certain cost to us. So anybody who feels like they want to donate, that would be a thing. That's down the line. So we know at least the first 6 months are going to be ad-free, completely ad-free. And then we're going to add like one splash ad when you load the damn game, and then that's it. 6 months from now. And if enough people donate, we just screw the ads altogether. We don't. It's worth making $3 a month off of ads. It's really not worth it. If we spam the thing full of it and then nobody wants to play because of the ads, then we make $5 a month. Really, still not worth it. So there's that. I don't know if I touched base on the us pictures thing, playing Pong in the end. That's an Easter egg we had in there. Let's see what else. There was an Easter egg in the high scoreboard. I don't think anybody spotted it. For a minute there, on the first thing, the highest high scoreboard was named Devs. Second place was James, and then Casey, which would be Devs. And then Media, and then Bastion. And Sebastian's our social media guru. And then I had special thanks to Sarah, Caitlin, Erin, Karma, because Karma decided to lean well on us. But yet again, leave reviews, leave honest opinions on the game. and anything you want to see in the game. Let us know. We want to hear what you want in there. All right, thank you. This is Casey.